All right, our tip of the week, we're going to talk about how to manage our XREF documents. So we had talked a little bit on how to attach those XREF documents in our presentation before. You go to File, External Content, and at the very bottom we have Attach and Manager. Okay, within the Manager, we have two different views that we can see. So we could just see a solid list of our views, or a lot of times if you have a lot of files that you're going to be managing, the tree view can be more useful so you can see what's the path that all of these are taking, right? So you just switch between those two if you needed to see those differently. Okay, we have a couple different information that's going to be shown in our manager. We're going to see the reference name, the status. So that's going to show us whether it's loaded, detached, reloaded, unloaded, or bound. And we're going to go through what those are here in a little bit. We'll be able to see the size of the file. If we are using it as an attached or an overlay, the date that it was last modified, the number of instances this file is attached to the project. So it'll act similar to a library part. And it will tell you what translator is being used for these documents. Okay, now let's talk about those options on the right-hand side of our manager. So attached, you click this button to attach the document to your drawings. Okay, that's going to create that link. You can detach the document. That will save the link to be used again later, but the link isn't currently set. Okay. When we reload an object, so we would reload something if it has been attached or detached and we've updated it. Unloading it, it keeps the external reference file attached to the project, but it removes any memory. The contents, there we go, won't appear in your floor plan. And that's different from when we are detaching, which removes the file from the project and the management list. Unloading it keeps it attached, so you'll still be able to see it in your manager, versus when you are detaching it, it doesn't. So when we might choose to bind an XREF document, what that's doing is making it a permanent part of your project. Okay, it's binding the two together. So you will end up with some pollution, some trash files, some trash pens, everything that you're binding to, everything that is attached to that XREF is going to create its own system, its own name. If we were talking about layers, each of its layers will come in as XREF ... Its pens will change to XREF pen ... And so that brings in all of those elements, and you would now have to delete each of those individually because it is now a permanent part of your project.